can see he's not out with the girlfriend tonight.
Nope.
Not dating the school teacher.
Guess not.
Time to get married. I've been with her for 2 years. Got to give her that ring.
Yeah, that ring.
Yeah, whatever. Not happening.
Nope.
I don't think so. All right.
That's when you start finding a new one, isn't it?
Yeah, that's about the time. 2 years. 2 years in is when they start going nutty.
So I've experienced.
Yeah, and well, I've experienced that many a time.
You're the king of it.
I am the king of it.
I think for me, it's a little more casual. For you, it's like they have an alarm set.
Yeah, I think so.
And it's like 2 years to the day. It's like, okay, be a psycho cunt.
Exactly.
Because they lose their shit with you right at the 2-year mark.
They do. They just start getting that nuttiness going on.
How long has it been since you were in something serious?
Oh, it's been years.
Was the last one the copy girl?
Yes.
And that's at least 4 or 5 years ago, right?
It's at least 5 years.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You're in a better place now, too, aren't you?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Like, fuck this. I don't need any of this shit.
Nope. No thanks.
Yeah.
Don't want to deal with it.
I'm with you, dude. It's, I've started dating out a little bit again. And it's like, I'm having a good time, but it's like, man, I start hearing just little things. You know how it goes when you first start dating somebody and, you start learning about them.
Mm-hmm.
It's like I start hearing just little things. I'm like, yeah, that can't be in my world.
Yeah.
This can't be in my world. I can't put up with that.
Sure.
And it's not even big things.
Yeah, it's just the annoyance things.
It could literally be like I'll give one example because I was out with this new girl and we were just talking about fucking what kind of beer we like.
Okay.
Innocuous as fuck, right?
Mm-hmm.
But she like kind of gave me shit. Not hard shit, but just kind of like a joking shit.
Okay.
Out that I drink light beer, Miller Lite.
All right.
Which is what I've always drank.
Sure.
And she's drinking like a Bud Light, so it's not like she's like highbrow and I'm some fucking yokel. She's drinking a fucking Bud Light to Miller Lite. That's like the same thing, But she's like, "Oh, how can you drink that? It's so." And I was like, in my head, I'm like, I don't need this shit. That's the first thought that jumped through my head. Is why do I want this in my world?
Right.
Is it worth putting up with?
No.
And I was like, not especially. And it's just those little and maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm looking for a reason. Do you ever wonder that?
No, I don't think it's you're looking for a reason. I don't really believe that.
You don't think so?
I just think that you get to a point to where your tolerance level for the nonsense has gotten, the threshold has gotten so low that it doesn't really take much to step over that threshold. And you're just like, you know what?
This isn't going to work.
Nope.
Yeah. Oh, you like cotton sheets? I'm out of here.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, your car's blue? Fuck you.
Yeah, really, I would say that tolerance threshold is pretty low at this point.
It's like non-existent, man. I do. I come home and I literally pick it apart.
Mm-hmm.
I'm literally like, well, this wasn't right, or this wasn't this, or whatever. And it's like, like as an example, she told me, I ordered we went to a place. I don't know if you have this place up there called Ruby Tuesdays.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, we do have them, and I know that there's one in Streetsboro right next to the Hampton.
Yeah, and we went to the one in Aurora.
Okay.
And real low key,
sure.
and I ordered it was like I don't know, it was some kind of like this meat sampler thing. It was like a small thing of ribs and a small thing of chicken.
Yeah, like chicken wings, ribs,
shrimp.
Yeah, of course.
That was what it was. It was these three things. And she said to me, when the plate came, she goes, "Oh, I hope you don't plan on touching me tonight because I'm allergic to shrimp."
Touching her?
Yeah, this is second date.
Okay. I hope you don't plan on touching me because I'm allergic to shrimp. So if you were to eat the shrimp, you would poison her somehow?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and I was like, "Oh, okay." And I didn't think much about, I didn't think much about it at the time, but I didn't eat the shrimp either. I was like, all right, I'll just take it home with me, whatever.
Sure.
You never know, man. Something could happen. I'm sure not going to fucking turn down getting laid because of a shrimp allergy.
Okay. All right.
I'll take the fucking shrimp home with me, But then when I got home, I was like, wow, would that be a fucking hassle? Because I like shrimp. And in my head, I was immediately into that. Wow, that would really be a fucking hassle. Now, wouldn't it? And how stupid is that?
Mm-hmm.
But that's where my tolerance is right now, where it's like, all right, well, that's on the list.
Right.
I have a list now.
Sure.
Of shit that I'm just, okay, well, I can't put up with that.
Right.
It's not the major shit anymore. It's not the fucking, well, we have a philosophical disagreement on raising kids, living life, spending money. It's not the big stuff anymore.
Right. Well, you're past that already, though. The big stuff is already behind you.
Yeah. Now it's like, oh, you drink fucking Maxwell House? Fuck you. I'm out of here. I'm not drinking that. I'm drinking Folgers, bitch. I mean, that's where it's at with me now.
Mm-hmm.
And it's, as you're well aware, and the listeners are probably not, because I was traveling so much, I just kind of stopped dating for like 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
I have my friend that I hang out with, when I'm home. But for the most part, I stopped dating for 2 years. And now I'm just finally starting to get back into that swing again now that I'm not traveling so much.
Sure.
And it's like, man, I'm not enjoying it a whole hell of a lot.
Right.
The girl is nice. She's really nice. But it's like, I'm so ready to find the reason to say, fuck you, leave me alone.
Right.
And it's like, man, that just is kind of, why am I doing this? If that's why I'm doing it, just to find a reason not to do it. It doesn't make a whole lot of sense.
Sure.
I guess it's just because I want to ask.
Well, here's the thing. You live in your own domain throughout the week. You work at your own pace. You make your own schedule. You do all these things on your own. You
right.
decide when you get up, whether it's 10 in the morning or 4 in the morning.
Right.
You work till when you decide you're done working, whether it's 2 in the afternoon or midnight.
Right.
You listen to the tunes you want to listen to. You watch the shows you want to watch. Whatever it is, you're just the master of your own domain.
Right.
And
sure.
then anything that comes along that disrupts that, that flow, whatever it is, anything from eating to drinking to listening to some music to whatever.
Yeah.
It now disrupts what is your perfect utopia.
Right.
And you're just like, I don't want this fly in my ointment, so that's got to go.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
And I've thought that too. I've thought, well, if I was working a regular job, I'd probably be more tolerant to this
Sure.
shit.
But you're not in your own environment when you're working a regular job.
Yeah. I'd be used to being miserable.
Sure.
So even being less miserable with a chick would probably be more tolerable than miserable at work.
Right.
So, yeah. But what does that say about relationships?
Well, relationships are just a time filler.
A relationship literally is to try and make yourself a little less miserable.
Exactly. Exactly.
That's all it is.
This week, and I said this at the opening of the show, when I worked my normal job. I leave the house at 7:00 in the morning.
Right.
And I get home around 5:30.
Sure.
Okay. So I'm gone 10 and a half hours a day. From the time I leave the house to the time I get back, it's 10 and a half hours.
Right. Sure.
Okay. I normally sleep about an 8-hour night. I know that you sleep shorter because you your schedule's a little wonky because of the way that you
work,
your patterns, your sleep patterns, work patterns, whatever it is that you do.
Sure.
So 8 hours and then 10 and a half hours. That's 18 and a half hours.
Right.
Okay. That leaves me, 5.5 hours of my own time.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So there's certain things that I enjoy doing, whether it's catch up on some news during the better weather. I like to go out and, run a few miles, which, it's getting to that point again where the weather's getting nicer and I can do that again. Right. But this week I just relish the idea that I can come home, lay on the bed, turn on the TV and watch all those mobster documentaries.
Sure.
Totally uninterrupted.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't have to answer to anybody. Didn't have to do anything. Didn't have to go anywhere.
Right.
Whatever I wanted to do, that's what I did. I enjoyed a few drinks, watched some mobster movies, and went to sleep when I felt like it.
Right.
And that's it.
And see, this week I went on I had a date with the new one on Monday, and then I had a date with the regular one on Friday, like a lunch date.
Mm-hmm.
And both times I got home and I was like, all right, glad I'm home.
So like,
and neither were bad. I mean, it wasn't like anything was uncomfortable or bad or wrong or anything like that.
It was just like I'm back in my own environment here.
Yeah, all right. I'm in my safe space.
Sure. So I got home from work, or actually on my way home from work, I stopped at the bank.
Right.
Went to the grocery store.
Right.
Went to the gas station.
Sure.
Stopped by the house for a few minutes. Went down to the middle of town here to this little place that I talked about before, this little restaurant. I hadn't been there in a couple of weeks, but went down there, had a couple Bloody Marys, had one of their sandwiches down there.
Right.
Came home, watched some gangster movies, went home, went to sleep.
See, that's a good run there.
So it's just like I did my whatever I had to do. I worked all week. I got a few things done, took care of getting some gas and getting a couple of groceries and picking up a few things. Went down, had a couple of drinks, had something to eat, relaxed, went home, watched something relaxing, went to sleep, woke up about 10 o'clock this morning.
Are you finding that you're also, as you're getting older, like trying to do less and less shit that you just don't like?
There's not a whole lot I don't like, to be honest, because I have a very low maintenance existence.
But like, I'm surprised that you go to the grocery store.
Well, the thing is that I've been maintaining a very pretty regimented diet for the most part.
Mm-hmm.
So I was out of a couple of things, like I have coffee in the morning, right?
Mm-hmm.
So because I don't use, like I used to use Coffee Mate, right?
Yeah, sure.
Well, Coffee Mate's got sugars in it and it's got chemicals and things like that. Well, I stopped using it a couple years ago, and I use heavy whipping cream.
Okay.
And that comes in like a quart thing.
Mm-hmm.
So, I go through that in about a week or so. So then I have to go to the grocery store and get one.
Right.
And periodically, not that I'm not huge in it, but the grocery store I have, it's got a pretty good wine selection.
Right.
And, if you buy six bottles of wine, they give you 10% off.
All right.
So I'll go there and pick up like 6 bottles of wine and put that in the refrigerator.
Right.
Small things like that. So I'm in and out of the grocery store in less than 15 minutes.
Yeah. Just
in and out. Just grab a few things, out.
I'm trying more and more to find ways to not even be in the store at all. I buy anything that is not a perishable on Amazon or Jet.
Well, I agree with that, and the things that I buy are perishable items.
But now I just heard this today that one of the grocery stores in my town has the whole delivery thing. where it's not a delivery thing, but
sure.
You can send an email with what you want,
right?
And they'll come out to and bring it to your car.
Sure.
And I'm like, yeah, I am gonna so get on that.
Right.
I will order all my perishables, all the give me a pot roast and give me some pork chops and give me some milk and give me some eggs, and fucking give them a credit card number, and I'll just drive up in 30 minutes and get them to throw the shit in the trunk.
Exactly.
So I never have to go in the grocery. I'm bringing it to you.
I know. But I've gotten to that point to where I just hate people.
I fucking can't stand people. I just, anymore, I can't stand them. And just now, dude, I have these 2 new customers. Okay. They're both lawyers.
All right.
Both are just so hardcore Trump is a douche. And it's like, I don't care. It's not even that I want to fight them with it, but it's like, I could give a fuck. I just want your fucking money. But every time I get on the phone, I got to hear about, oh man, the country is being ruined by the fucking orange guy and whatever.
Sure.
It's like, why am I doing this? Why can't I just find a job that just gives me money?
Right.
No people, just gives me money. You're right. I'm literally so fucking over people right now. It isn't even funny.
Right. Well, yesterday, when I stopped at the grocery store, you get the clerks who at the checkout counter that they go through their spiel. Did you find everything okay?
Yeah.
How are you today? They have that small talk going on.
Right.
So I intentionally sometimes will try to say something that will just throw them off guard.
Sure, of course.
Just to see if they're paying attention.
Right.
And one of the tagline, at least the place that I go, is always, "Did you find everything okay?"
Yeah. And
you have everything that you're buying all out on the conveyor belt there. And you go, yep, it's all right there. And then we had an unusually warm day yesterday. It was like almost 70 degrees here. We're in the middle of February and it's almost 70.
Right.
Right. So for whatever reason, because of the weather was so nice when I went there last night, Friday is usually a very busy evening for the grocery store.
Sure.
Well, when I went in there, the place was almost empty. It was just unusually empty.
Okay.
So I was able to breeze through the aisles pretty quick and pick up the few things that I needed to get. And so I walked through the line and, "Did you find everything okay?" And it's like, "Yep, it's all right there." I said, "Man, it's awful quiet in here tonight for a Friday." And the girl says, "Yeah, it is kind of quiet." I said, "I kind of figured it was a little quiet since I didn't have to punch any senior citizens and move them out of my way." And nice. She literally laughed at that. She didn't look horrified and just shocked like I would say something like that, and of course I was in range of other people who, kind of caught their attention like really quick. And I said, "So no bloody knuckles for me tonight." And she said, "Thank God for that, because we were tired of seeing the police department in the parking lot every night."
Nice.
So she just kind of rolled with it, and she wasn't even surprised at that at all. So I was just like, okay, that was cool.
Yeah, now those people will be every time you come in, you'll see fucking 3 police officers following you around.
Yeah, well, you know what? I know that those people know who I am because I'm that long-haired guy that comes in there.
Right.
That guy that dresses in black and has long hair.
Yeah, there's that criminal.
Yeah, there's that guy.
Yeah.
There he is.
That scary guy in our gated community.
Yeah, more or less. Yeah, that's it. Because I see the looks. Believe me, I see it. As soon as I walk through the door, and it's just like, there he is. There's that guy.
Dude, you've been in my neighborhood.
Yeah.
Is there a more wrong neighborhood for me to be a fucking citizen of?
Of course not. You're in the most white bread suburban, neighborhood there is.
Everybody's a family with a dog.
Sure.
And then there's me looking like fucking the Unabomber.
Of course.
And people come into my house, getting high in the front yard and fucking loud parties all summer.
Sure.
Yeah, I'm in the wrong neighborhood. Yeah. That's for damn sure. But.
Well, yeah, I mean, you've been to my place. And I'm in a very, very, very manicured neighborhood. And
sure.
Most of the people that live here are retirees.
Yeah, but that sort of fits you because you're not, while you're a rock guy, you're not an obnoxious rock guy.
No, not at all. But the thing is that, if I do make an appearance outside the house, kind of like Groundhog Day,
right?
People, I see the looks. I see the looks. Sure. It's like, ooh, who the fuck is that? There's that guy.
Oh, I'm sure.
There's that fucking guy. He drives that black car, and he's got that long hair and wears those sunglasses.
Right. They loosen up their tie in case they got to fight you.
But I see the looks.
I'm sure, dude. Dude, while we're talking about hating people, I'll tell you what is making me hate more and more people more than anything right now. You know how the unwritten rule is like 3 years is when a business either makes it or breaks.
Yeah, it's usually 5 years. They usually say if a business is going to be successful, it's going to do it within the first 5 years.
Right. Well, the pinball place is clearly picking up steam, and a lot of steam right now. And because of that, the phone is ringing a lot more.
Okay.
Well, I answer every call for the museum. And by answering every call for the museum, it makes me fucking hate people. Because every call, literally for every one good call that is like, hey, I want to book a party, and then I book a party. For every one of those, it's a fucking idiot. And every time, dude, I want to, if I didn't need to steal their money, I would fucking just be killing these fucking people on the phone.
Sure.
Because literally it's, hey, I'm on your website and it says you're open till 10. Is that when you close? It's like, yeah, that's when we close.
Hey, was there a live show this week?
Yeah. Or like tomorrow, or not tomorrow, Monday is whatever day Monday is. President's Day or some shit?
Yeah, Monday is President's Day, yes.
But we're closed on Mondays. So I've answered 15 calls this week saying, well, I know you're closed Mondays, but are you open this Monday? No, we're not open this Monday. Oh, okay. Just like,
I thought you would make an exception because it's a holiday.
No, we're not open on Mondays. That's it. Suck it up. But every fucking call. But nothing makes me more crazy than when you've been to my pinball website.
I have.
Yeah. It's pretty spelled out. It's not real difficult. There's times, there's costs, there's where the fucking place is. Right there. Right in your face. And then these fucking people will call up and go, I see on the map that you guys are in the Hopewell Shopping Center. Is that where you're at? Is that the shopping center? The one with coons in it? Yeah, it is. Just like the fucking picture. You fucking it's like they make me fucking want to kill somebody.
Sure.
More and more, and maybe it just didn't bother me before because it just wasn't that many calls.
Mm-hmm.
But now it's 30 a day.
Right.
It's 30 times a day. Hey, are you guys open? That's another one. Are you guys open today? Yes, we're open today. Oh, because the website said that you're open at 2. Yeah. Because that's when we open.
Right.
Okay, I'll see you then. Okay. Thanks. Or another one that I get all the time. I just wanted to make sure you're open and not having a private party. Do you think we wouldn't announce that if we were having a private party? Do you think we would just let you walk up to the door and tell you to fuck off?
Right.
Does any business that you've ever been to do that? Any?
Well, you know what you're telling me, and this goes back, over 20 years.
Yeah.
The movie Clerks.
Oh, yeah.
You know, there's this thing. He says, what do you hate about your job? He goes, I hate the customers. He says, it's all the stupid questions. And there's a girl standing there in front of a sign that says 99 cents. And she goes, how much is this thing anyway?
Exactly.
You know?
Dude, I'm not going to lie when I tell you that many times in the last, 3 months, I have not only thought about that, but I've started thinking of myself as Randall.
Sure.
Because I feel like Randall. I fucking hate the people.
Right.
I just am like, I know I need to take their money. I know I need to be pleasant, and I do pretend that I like them and I'm pleasant, but the reality is the reality, which is you people are fucking dumb. You're too dumb for me. Oh, it drives me nuts.
I agree. Well, I passed you, and since you're talking about people and, callers and whatever, I passed this to you last night, and I know you kind of got a chuckle out of it.
Yeah.
One of my favorite, radio hosts is Mark Levin.
Right, yeah.
And I passed this along. I'll play this little clip here for you. But this made me laugh so hard.
Which one is it?
About the get out of my country.
Oh, God, I was fucking rolling.
I know. I thought you'd appreciate it. But if you ever listen, if you have an opportunity, there's a talk radio guy out there, Mark Levin, if you've never heard of him. But I ran across this clip last night, and I just laughed and laughed, and I thought, holy shit, I got to send this over to you.
Right.
So check this out. This is Mark Levin taking a call from some guy and basically just berating this guy.
Right.
Jonathan, Washington, D.C., the great WMAL. Go.
Yes, thanks for taking my call, Mr. Mark Levin. I wanted to say that I think that John McCain is in lockstep with the biggest terrorist in the world right now. And he's ready to follow his policies.
Where are you from, sir?
What I'm saying is...
I'm asking you a question. You have broken English. Where are you from, sir?
You have broken English. Asking you a question. You have broken English.
Yeah.
You're not from here, are you?
Nope.
I'm from Sierra Leone, West Africa.
Is that right, sir?
Yeah.
And who is it that John McCain is conspiring with? Which terrorist is it, sir, by name?
The most Americans right now...
I'm going to ask you again. I said, which terrorist is John McCain conspiring with, sir?
The one that's killed the most Americans right now.
Oh, really? And who is that, sir?
And what have we gained for all this...
You know what, jerk? What the hell are you doing in my country? How did you get through security, you creep?
Trouble.
What are you doing in my country? Get the hell out of here, you dummy. Get rid of this guy. I don't need people coming into my country lecturing me and telling me that John McCain and George Bush are terrorists. No, you creep. Get the hell out.
That's how it makes you feel, right?
Yeah. Creep is one of the best words ever.
Get the hell out of my country, you creep.
You creep.
How did you get past security?
Creep is such a 60s word that just sounds like an old guy saying it. Get out of here, you creep.
You kook.
Stop grabbing her ass, you masher.
You wolf.
A wolf.
You wolf.
You creep. Such an old man word.
I know, it's so funny.
Yeah, he did smack that guy.
Get out of here.
Which guy by name? I said, which guy by name?
Sir, I'm asking you a question.
Yeah. Answer my question.
So good.
That is funny.